Hello little dreamers and grown-ups too. Ready for some stories? Great. Benny and the Breath of the Cloud Flute. High above the waking world, where twilight never ended, Benny the bear floated with Pip, his tiny mouse friend, nestled against his paw. Ron, their smiling cloud companion, drifted quietly, his fluff tinged with silver hush. Then, just on the edge of stillness, a sound rose. Not a song exactly, but a breath, soft, steady, as if the sky were exhaling. They followed it. On a drifting puff of cloud sat a flute, not made of wood or silver, but of mist, coiled into gentle spirals. This was the cloud flute, played only by air. Benny reached out a paw. A note rose, deep and still, like the first yawn of stars. Pip twirled beside him. Ron sighed a breeze, stirring the flute again. Each tone painted something: a sleepy jellyfish of light, a curled fawn on a floating leaf, a dream sliding down the sky. The music wasn't a melody, but a feeling, unfolding. Benny breathed with the notes, heart slowing. Ron spun a spiral of vapor to cradle them gently. At last, the flute played one final sigh, long, hollow, sweet as moonlight behind a cloud. Benny sank into Rom's warmth, Pip curled like a whisper beneath his chin. The hush lingered in the sky, humming somewhere deep inside them, and Benny's thoughts softened, turned to mist, and wandered off into sleep. The end. Benny and the Animal Whisperer. One sun-warmed evening, Benny, Pip and Ron drifted down into a golden clearing. The air held its breath. Even the trees seemed to listen. In the crook of a flowering tree sat Emily, a soft grey koala in a tunic of petals and breeze. Around her, animals rested: a yawning fox, a dozing fawn, even bees curled in flower cups. Emily looked up. "Hello, Benny," she said, though no one had spoken. "I hear what hearts are feeling." Pip blinked. A chickadee climbed into her lap. Emily smiled. "Want to help hush the woods?" Ron floated higher, shading the grove with dappled calm. Pip brushed lullabies into the moss. Benny lay down, his breath steady as a heartbeat. Emily touched a sleeping badger's chest. a sound rose, low and leafy, like a dream remembering itself. One by one, the grove joined in. Soft snores, hums, gentle rustles. It wasn't music, it was peace. The air filled with warmth. The animals curled deeper into rest. Even the breeze went still. Emily leaned close. "Thank you," she whispered. Benny felt a glow behind her eyes, quiet and full. Ron drifted low to hold them. Pip tucked in the moss. The forest sighed. And sleep came, not all at once, but like dusk sliding gently into night. The end. If you like these gentle stories, please consider tapping like and subscribe. It really helps this little channel grow, and we'll be right here every night. And thank you to our Little Dreamers Club, our subscribers. It's great to see you back again. And dear parents, what you're doing matters more than you realize. Every cuddle, every story, every quiet moment is shaping a safe little world for your child. Even on the hard days, showing up with love is enough, and you're doing better than you think. Benny and the Library of Unread Dreams. Far beyond stars, deeper than sleep, Ron carried Benny and Pip to a place that shimmered in the quiet between galaxies. It was vast and soft and curling, part cloud, part thought, part memory. Doors opened where there were none. Windows blinked like just waking eyes. "This," Pip whispered, "is the Library of Unread Dreams." Inside, shelves spiraled forever, filled with dreams no one had ever dreamed. Some pulsed gently in jars. Others floated loose, glowing with colour, shape or hush. One aisle smelled like hope. Another hummed with questions. Nothing made sense, but everything felt right. Benny paused at a sphere of deep indigo. He touched it and saw a child flying a jellyfish kite through upside-down rain. Another orb held a field where lullabies grew on vines, and shadows danced only if you smiled. Pip skipped along a ribbon of floating dream dust. Ron gathered glowing commas and trailed them like soft fireflies. At the library centre stood a great clock made of sleeping thoughts. Time didn't tick. It exhaled. Benny found a nook between two shelves, one called If, the other Almost. Pip curled beside him. Ron wrapped them in a coil of gentle not yet. The unread dreams flickered gently around them, waiting, watching, and Benny, without choosing a single one, fell into sleep inside a story that hadn't been written, but already knew him. The end. Benny and the Electric Dream Vine. High above the treetops, in a sky stitched with sleepy stars, Benny and Pip floated on Ron, their smiling cloud friend, through a warm, humming twilight. Something called to them, soft as a secret. A tone, glowing and slow, curled from the edge of a drifting cliff. There, growing from the mist, was a vine, not green, but woven from silver cords and threads of light. Its leaves shimmered with hidden music. This was the Electric Dream Vine, and it didn't sing from wind or touch, only from rest. Benny lay beside it, Pip curled on his chest. Ron hovered above, his fluff pulsing gently in time. The vine answered. From within, a guitar began to play, not strummed, not plucked, but blooming in waves, like sound remembering how to feel. Notes poured out, warm, low, slow as dusk. Each tone became a scene. Fireflies in lilac fog, a silver kite circling slow, a memory of rain that never came. Pip's ears flicked to the rhythm. Ron dimmed his glow. Benny's breathing matched the lullaby. The vine played on, its song curling through the sky, gentle and unhurried. A lullaby for stars not yet awake. Benny sighed, not from sadness, but fullness. The song didn't end. It faded like mist going quiet. Benny let the last note hold him like a warm thought. His eyes closed. Pip tucked close, tail curled like a comma. The sky stilled, and sleep didn't fall. It unfolded. The end. Good night, little dreamers.